Hey there, sports fans. I'm Maruis Roman.
I'm Eugen Dehelean.
And this is Red Sea TV's newest online sports show,
The R&D Sports Show.
Thank you. Appreciate it. No
Oh,
applause.
come on, you're too
No,
kind.
Thank you.
Please.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Now, the one thing that we both do promise to do on this show is every single day give you sports-related news that includes facts,
A lot of content
video,
and pictures.
and our personal opinions on each one of our topics.
Not like our opinions really matter, but we'll see.
This is also going to help us to present refreshing new perspectives on all the sports topics we talk about.
And we'll bring out some controversial views on certain athletes and sports.
Listen, we know that not everybody agrees on specific sports topics.
Hey, but that's what's going to make it exciting for us to debate some of these issues and some of these sport topics.
Very good.
So let's get down to brass tacks. Let's see. First topics. Let's talk about what happened this last weekend.
Well, this past weekend we saw the NBA All-Star Weekend take place in Houston, Texas.
Yeah, and among the festivities on Saturday night was the slam dunk contest and the three-point shootout.
Absolutely. We saw Terrence Ross of the Toronto Raptors go up in the final against Jeremy Evans of the Utah Jazz, and we actually saw Terrence Ross, a la vintage Vince Carter,
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
win it.
Like
Amazing
that dunk.
athleticism, amazing athleticism from these guys, unbelievable. And then also we saw the three-point contest where the Cavaliers point guard Kyrie Irving took that in the final against Matt Bonner from the San Antonio Spurs. What a man! What a man! I'm telling you, this young man is going to be a future superstar in the NBA.
LeBron who? Come on, they don't need him no more. LeBron. Whatever. They got Kyrie. Kyrie going to run that show now. Anyway, on Sunday night, the culmination of the All-Star Weekend was the All-Star Game itself. In it, we saw, no defense at all for about, 43 minutes of it. But I guess at the end of the game, they came together and decided to play some defense.
Hey, it's the All-Star Game. It's like that every single year. There's no difference. And the winner this year was the West squad, 143 to 138.
Kind of like about the end there, though, was Kobe and LeBron going jawing at each other, actually playing some defense. So
That was
kind of
pretty
like
cool.
that. Well, on a related sad topic dealing with the NBA is the passing of Jerry Buss this weekend. Everybody knows him as the legendary former owner of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, this man was a visionary in the NBA. He's been around for such a long time. He bought the Los Angeles Lakers when they were worth a lot smaller amount. Now, over $1 billion?
Yeah, he bought them at, like $67 million back in the day, and now they're worth over $1 billion industry. It's like, give me a piece of that.
Yeah. And plus, when you look at this man's winning desire, one of his biggest issues or biggest things that he sought out to do is to create such an affection for the Los Angeles Lakers. He wanted the city to love the team and embrace the team and always be the team. So that's one of the things I've always admired about him with his visionary marketing perspective.
Yeah, that winning desire you were talking about is, he would bring his coaches up into his office and be like, what do you need on this team? Money is not an issue. Just what do you need? We'll get it done. I want a winning team. Right. That was his way. His winning desire was the same way when he dealt with his real estate developments. Same thing with the Los Angeles Lakers.
Right. And plus, and keep in mind also, Eugene, there's also a hands-off approach here. There's a lot of people right now in different sports that have a very a big hand, especially Jerry Jones, like with the Dallas Cowboys.
You hearing that? Come on.
Dr. Buss was something totally different. He had a hands-off approach, which means that he didn't get involved. He let the coaches do the coaching, the players do the playing, and the management do their job, which is an awesome thing to see.
Yeah. Talk about them Cowboys. Get themselves a GM. You hear that, Jerry? Come on.
On another interesting topic, we recently heard that Olympian sprinter Oscar Pistorius down in South Africa recently shot his girlfriend.
Sad story.
Unbelievable. I mean, here's kind of what we're hearing right now. His claim is that they were sleeping. It was very early in the morning. He got up. He heard some noise in the bathroom. He had no idea that his girlfriend was in there because he said it was pitch dark in there. He went in there with his gun. Keep in mind, he had to put his stumps on, get out of bed, pitch dark, went in the bathroom, and just shot his gun through the door exactly where the toilet is. I mean, really?
Yeah,
unbelievable.
This story is getting crazier and crazier by the minute. I mean, you got the neighbors coming out saying that there has been shouting for a long period of time before the shooting even started.
Absolutely.
Then the police say they find steroids in the place, some performance-enhancing drugs. And then you come out just recently, the lead investigator is getting charged with attempted murder himself from a different crime in 2011.
Yeah, both.
So this story is going to be in the news for a while, but it's just getting crazier and crazier. It's just one of those things. PEDs now also in marathons and stuff.
That's right.
When's it gonna end? I mean, I'm serious. It's like in every sport out there.
Well, we're definitely going to hear a lot more about the story in the leading up, in the next couple of weeks. We'll find out what actually really happened.
Now, let's take a little closer look to home and talk about the little Baylor women's Lady Bears. You hear about them, any?
Brittany Griner.
Yeah. Well, they had a big game this past week. Yeah,
That's
against
right.
UConn, the UConn Huskies.
Right.
Baylor ranked number 1, Huskies ranked number 3 in the country. Had a tight game.
That's right.
And
Great game. Great game.
yeah, it's in a game that Brittany scored her 3,000 point last free throw of the night.
Unbelievable.
Only, I believe, the 8th person in college history to do that.
Unbelievable. Guys, if you haven't gone out to watch Brittany Griner play, I would highly recommend to do so. This young woman is breaking so many records on the NCAA level, and pretty soon she's going to be the number 1 pick more than likely in the WNBA.
Oh, definitely.
And she's going to be
yeah.
setting records all over the place at that time. So while she's still here in the local Waco area, go visit her, guys. I guarantee you,
Guys,
you'll be amazed. I
She's a
guarantee you.
girl that can dunk. What more do you need? Come on.
What?
I mean, a girl that can dunk, and not just dunk, like dunk.
Hey guys, just recently we also found out that the Baylor men's basketball team just played against Iowa State. And unfortunately, it didn't go so well for them, Eugene.
No, it didn't. Scott Drew came out and said it's a must win, but they didn't play like it.
Yeah. They lost 87-82. And one of the biggest things that's coming out now is people are actually questioning Coach Drew. Scott Drew, I'm sorry, in regard to how he develops his players. I mean, obviously last year he had Quincy Miller, he had Quincy Acey, Perry Jones, very, very athletic players, very good players. But a lot of people are just questioning, is he really developing them, or is they're just coming in?
I think he's just getting players that are athletes, and they're just playing 1 year, 2 year, and they're gone. And he doesn't really have the time to develop them either, I don't believe. But also, he is getting lucky by getting these athletes in, and then when they leave, the talent level just drops off.
That's right. And then you got to consider also some of the other players out there. If they themselves are not developing, then it's kind of hard for the coach to actually explain what his vision is. So it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the year plays out, what kind of chance they have for the NCAA tournament, and then maybe depending upon how they do in that Big 12 tournament.
In the Big 12 tournament, it looks like they might have to win 3 or 4 games in that tournament to qualify for the big dance.
That's right.
Anyway, another local college. Let's get into some McLennan Community College updates. The Highlanders and Highlassies basketball team played at Hill College.
That's right.
And Highlassies came out with a win, clinched a spot in the regional tournament.
That's right.
Highlanders have already clinched a spot, but they ended up losing their game. But it was a tough game. Of course, I've been to many other games, and what has been a problem consistently has been the refereeing.
I totally agree
And
with you, Eugene.
the thing is, I think they've been using some of those replacement refs from the NFL. I mean, I'm serious. Come on. But that's a different subject.
All right, just some other key notes to keep in mind. Some of the NBA games this weekend that you may want to look into. Dallas Mavericks are going to be playing at New Orleans. Hey, they got a big win last night against Orlando. They needed that one. They're playing against the Lakers at home on Sunday. And then also Houston goes to Brooklyn on Friday.
That's going to be a good game.
Yeah, that should be. Man, Brooklyn is just amazing, man. They
They're a
go
pretty
from
good
being
game.
the New Jersey Nets to the Brooklyn Nets. It's like a totally different team. They're like in the top 4 or 5 in the league. Unbelievable. You get a new stadium, it's like it totally changes you. But and then on top of that, the San Antonio Spurs are going to be at the LA Clippers on Thursday, and then also at Golden State on Friday, and then Phoenix on Sunday. So they got 3 games in a row there. And another notable game this
That's
weekend
the game I'll be watching.
is going to be the Chicago Bulls at the Oklahoma City Thunder. KD, that's my man. That's my man.
I'm going to pull the Bulls, man. even without their starter, they're famous. I mean, they're still going to bring some trouble.
Hey, you know what? I'm a big Dallas Mavericks fan myself. Love Dirk Nowitzki, but I lived in Oklahoma City for a couple years, so I'm a big KD fan, and Russell Westbrook.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Hey, I know you're a Portland guy, so I won't start with that.
Don't get me started. Anyways.
Also, some other things to keep in mind is that there are some college basketball games this weekend, too.
Yeah, there's not really any top 25 matchups besides one big-time top 25 matchup, and that is Georgetown and Syracuse. But it's getting down to the end of conference season, so all games are getting important. All games are going to be determining, your seeding in your conference tournament.
That's right.
If you're going to make the bubble, you're not going to make the bubble. So great weekend of action coming up.
That's
in
right.
college sports.
And then also some additional Baylor sports information. This weekend, men's basketball Saturday at home in the Farrell Center against Oklahoma at 4 p.m. The women's basketball team is also playing Saturday at 12 at home in the Farrell Center against Texas. And then also the baseball team is going to be playing a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday game against the UCLA Bruins. So 3 games there for the weekend. And then also the Baylor
Bruins,
softball.
Pac-12, baby.
Yeah, the Baylor softball team. They're going to be participating in the Texas Shootout down in San Marcos. They're going to be playing Sam Houston State on Friday as well. I'm sorry. On Friday, yes, and then also on Friday, UT Arlington, and then on Saturday against North Texas. And if they win all those games out, they'll be in the championship on Sunday. So really interesting to see. A lot of sports to go see this weekend, guys. Go and watch Baylor and go and watch MCC. Support your local teams.
Yeah, and for MCC schedule, they got the Highlassies, are playing at home this weekend against Cisco on Saturday. You got the baseball team playing against Navarro Friday night. And
right.
Saturday they're going to play them as well, but it's an away game. And then you got the Highlassies in the softball team. Softball Highlassie team is doing amazing so far this year. They're 10-2 so far.
That's right.
They're doing good, and they got a Temple tournament this weekend. Hopefully the field will dry out and they'll be able to play there. The Highlanders basketball team got their final home game next Wednesday night. So everybody can show up and support them. It'll be the last home game before they head out to Region 5 tournament time.
Right. Go out and see them, guys. Go out and see them. All right, that's it for us today, guys. We appreciate you watching our first show.
Appreciate
and
it.
Tune in to the next show. I'm Marius Roman.
I'm Eugene Dehelean.
And this is the R&D Sports Show. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Peace out.